Dressing is kind of hard and annoying. I mean, I know there are things that are way more hard and annoying in life, let's be real, but when it comes to getting dressed in our closets, getting dressed for winter in a way that feels fun and like us and stylish, it's not always easy. So I have 3 ways for you to make your winter outfits a little bit better, a little bit cooler, a little bit more interesting without shopping. I also have a wonderful sponsor for today's video. You've probably heard of them before, the wonderful people at Power of My People, a fantastic Canadian company. Slow fashion is at their core. They specialize in a small number of things like beautifully tailored shirts, the one I'm wearing right now. I own several of their shirts because I love them so much. If you've been around for more than a minute, you know how much I love these shirts and how long I've been wearing them for. Power of My People is based in Canada. Their clothing is ethically manufactured in Canada. The fabric of the shirt that I'm going to talk about today, this one here, the tailor, it is milled in Portugal. I'm going to talk a little bit more about the tailor and how I style it a little bit later in the video, but a lot of you ask about this shirt and it has just been restocked. It's incredibly popular. It's their most popular style for good reason. It's just like your most classic button-up Oxford. It's a very straight cut. The one I'm wearing is a medium. I like to size up because I like it when things are a little bit oversized. However, they already are made with a very generous size. So this shirt has sizes from a double XS to a 3XL. They have really detailed sizing and measurements on their website. And because they are a small family-run business, you can reach out and ask them any questions they have, and they are just so good at responding and making sure you make the right purchase. I'm going to show you how versatile it is a little bit later, and also what I love about it and why I'm talking about it in a winter video. This one in particular, the tailor, the cotton isn't like that light, crisp cotton that feels kind of cold and uninviting in the winter. It's actually a great all-season shirt. I brought this with me to Croatia and Italy and Portugal over the spring and summer, and I wore it throughout all of those seasons as well. So it's like the perfect seasonless fabric and shirt. I have a discount code for you. I'm gonna leave it on the screen and in the description box, but let's jump in because I just could go on and on about these guys. Okay, let's go. The first method of elevating your winter wardrobe without shopping is to actually lean into the utilitarian pieces that are required for winter. This is a little bit counterintuitive because we're always talking about, you know, elevating maybe through accessories or whatever, but I really think that injecting that utilitarian feature, whether it's like a cool boot with a proper lug sole or like your toque or mitts or whatever, or like a puffer jacket layered under a coat, all of these utilitarian touches actually add that little bit of interesting edge that I think can be unexpected in a really cool way throughout the winter months. So for example, the way to make this work and not make it look as though you're just confused or like you put a really beautiful outfit together and randomly needed like a pair of boots, this can come across as not as thoughtful. So when you are looking for these more functional pieces, whether it's boots, accessories like hats, gloves, and scarves, or even for your purse, I would always recommend looking for them in a really beautiful neutral color that coordinates with at least one other of your accessories. Neutrals, I know, they're not that exciting, but they tend to just look richer and more luxe. And when they are added to pieces that are more elevated and polished in your winter wardrobe, they don't look so out of place. They look utilitarian, but they don't look like you've not considered putting your outfit together. The other piece to this is I would always look for the highest quality possible of these more functional pieces, especially because they tend to come through in those accessories and things like boots and bags. My backpack, for example, is fantastic throughout the winter months. It is also made in Canada. It's very simple. There isn't much to it, but the design, the craftsmanship, and the material are very luxe, and they come across that way. So it feels and looks utilitarian, but it also looks like it belongs with the rest of the outfit. Same thing with like a pair of boots. If you can get a higher quality pair, I would definitely recommend it. And this is why slow fashion is such a holistic thing, right? Like we have to save up and be considered in our purchases. Although these high quality items do have a higher ticket price, but it does end up being a better choice for us in the long run because we shop less, we turn over the product in our closets less, and we end up saving more money and looking and feeling really stylish. If we're looking looking at our outfits underneath all of the outerwear and those functional pieces, something else that I love to do in the winter is layering our basics. What I think is interesting and can make a winter look feel a lot more elevated is if we take that layering to another level and do it a little bit more creatively. So for example, instead of just throwing a sweater over a button-up shirt or over a turtleneck, why don't we try layering something like a really slim fit turtleneck under something like a button-up? So it's not necessarily our tried and true knitwear combination. We're employing a shirt like the Power of My People one, which is great for layering because it is a little bit more roomy. We can kind of take these seasonless pieces and bring them into our closet and get more use out of them, which makes our winter look feel a little bit more interesting. What I like to do is throw the button up on and unbutton all of the buttons right until the shirt gets tucked into my pants. So this creates a really cool deep V. It's highlighting the fact that you've got a cool sleek turtleneck under the button up. It just feels really considered. I would also add a couple of cool long necklaces, again, to just highlight the fact that you're layering some maybe unexpected pieces. The other reason why I love these Power of My People button-ups, particularly the Tailor, the one that I'm wearing today, is that when you do layer it with knitwear or anything, or even when you wear it on its own, it keeps its shape. It's like this beautiful, crisp cotton, but it's not too crisp that it feels, you know, like preppy. It's a really good layering piece. Another basic that I would layer, which we often forget about, is if you are wearing denim or like a little cigarette pant, I think we often forget about tights and how great of a layering piece they can be. So whether you are wearing like a little ankle bootie, or if you have to walk into work and switch into like a pump or a loafer, it's really great to be able to throw a pair of tights on underneath like a shorter trouser so we can see it peeking out a little bit. And also a pair of tights keeps you super warm. They're really thin, but man, are they mighty when it comes to like keeping that first layer of heat close to your body. My third tip is to go light instead of dark. We have a tendency, and I mean, I do this too all the time. We have this tendency to reach for like our darker blacks and navies and dark, cozy, heavier pieces. It's probably a comfort thing. It's probably a mood and a weather thing, but I think it can be really creatively challenging if we ask ourselves to pull perhaps a lighter piece from our closet and see if we can incorporate it with the rest of our winter wear. But I'm just talking about like maybe a small accessory here and there, like a cream colored belt, or perhaps looking for them in like a tan or a powder blue, or even colors like khaki, olive. These are like browns are really beautiful, or even a navy. All of these are beautiful neutrals, but they're not as dark or heavy. They look really beautiful styled with lighter colors, but they can also lighten up your blacks in your closet. And watch how they can really like brighten up and enliven your look and your winter closet. So that is what I have for you today. I hope you enjoyed today's video. I hope you learned something new. If you did, give this video a thumbs up. Hit subscribe if you haven't already. A huge, huge thank you again to Power of My People. I absolutely love these guys. Don't forget I've got that discount code for you in the description box below. And I also have tickets for my live Shop Your Closet studio. So don't forget to come to that. It'll be on February 4th, coming up so soon. Thank you for being here and watching and coming back. It means a lot. I know I say that every week, but thank you. I will be back in the next slow fashion video. Ciao!